got the key. Dang it. Messed up my intro. That's okay. Hello. Happy witching hour. So, High Priestess Jamila is not going to be here that long. I wanted to come and speak to you guys about something very important. And trust me, we are very well protected and in a very protected space to discuss this right here. Okay. So at the full moon, my altar work has already been related to this, and you can't really get anywhere if you can't discuss things like this publicly. Okay. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the full moon altar work, shutting down, reversing, unbinding, untying, unbounding, and abolishing ties and associations and this whole Black unity thing. Okay. Now I know y'all like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, when you speak like that, people think that you're talking about swirling and all of that stuff. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about deunification with certain Blacks of a certain status quo, COINTELPRO, that we don't want nothing to do with. Okay. Just like, honestly, you grow up and you look at the news and you hear stories about certain things. We all watch Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? But you just never thought that there would be Black people out there that are actually really so ignorant that they can't even know where you live. They can't know where you live. They can't know where you work. You got to hide your kids, hide your husband, hide your wife, because these are the ignorant evildoers. Now, a lot of people are like, well, just why not just not associate with people like that? Well, you know what? It's not that simple, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. Ignorant, very ignorant. I'm talking about to the point of no return, almost like a void. And you know, it's funny how they try to compare themselves to poor white trash. No, I'm sorry, as a Black person, as a foundational Black American, no. Ignorant Black people cannot ever be compared to what they call trailer park trash. It's worse. Trust me, as a Black person, I don't care what nobody says. And Black people know it. You know it, honestly, right? So the reason why I think that altar work is necessary is for two different reasons, okay? What is happening in America with racism, and then also exploitation energetically. Um, there are a lot of Black people, in particular Black women, who have been compromised energetically, health wise, financially. But then also, it is because they are purposefully trying to bring upon Black unification and to try to make us all one consciousness. No, this is something that growing up, my parents, especially my mother, noticed it with Black entertainment television, BET. My mother hated BET. She didn't like it. Okay. And you know what? The old folks, when they said, ooh, that rap music is awful. Like, why do y'all listen to that? They was right about a lot of it. And you know what? I'm not talking about early rap. Like, I grew up during hip hop. Okay, I'm Generation X. I believe I'm Generation X. I was born in 1977. So I grew up when hip hop was hip hop, but it was still in that gray area to the point where I think that the baby boomers knew that rap music would end up being some kind of problem, and it really is. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to impede on any rap artists or whatever out there. Do not come for me, because trust me, I got protection from you on my altar. We have every right as Black people to say, hey, I don't listen to rap music. We got every right to say that. Somebody my age can say, hey, I used to listen to rap music, but then I realized that it was harmful. We got the right to say that if that's what we want. Now, I still listen to rap music. I'm not even going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some that are in my playlist. They are going to permanently be in my playlist. I love R&B music, but you know what? I am not necessarily the type of person to be influenced by music. I'm not. I just, not even as a kid was I ever influenced by music, except for Prince and Purple Rain. Okay. Everybody was influenced by Prince and Michael Jackson. Okay. Anyway, we're not going to stay stuck on the rap music. Okay. But I'm not saying that rap music even compares, but then like some of the rap music did start getting kind of dark, like Percocet, Molly Percocet, Percocet, Molly like what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why are you telling these kids out here to take Molly's and Percocets? Like back in my day, it was Snoop Dogg. Like listen, I was a huge weed smoker even before Snoop Dogg. Well, actually, I think they all came out around the same time. I was one of those people that walked around saying, I promise I smoke weed until the day that I die. And I probably will. I don't smoke a lot. Since I've gotten older, I am much more of a lightweight since I have gotten older. But yeah, no. Okay. Um, that's just one example. So my parents knew that rap music and just they could see it. You know what I'm saying? They could see it. So when it comes to what I'm talking about as far as with spiritually, I think that many of them are utilizing meditations, they are utilizing spell work, they are utilizing ritual work. Many of the ignorant blacks are utilizing that, as well as the Bible, to try to drag down the more positive black people, right? So, crab in a barrel mentality has magnified itself to the point of no return, to the point where like they're like basically like a black, like I've ran into black people. Hey Stefan, hey brother. I've ran into black people that have just basically told me to my face, I'm ignorant, you're black, and you've got to go there with me. And no, we don't. And they are trying to tie themselves to you. They are trying to pull people in, and black ignorance has turned into a thing to the point where it's become an agenda. They don't make any money at it. They're not doing anything with it except for maybe people like Charleston White. I've seen a lot of black vloggers out here just really, really ignorant as all get out, getting thousands and thousands of views, monetized. I'm talking about making thousands of dollars per month. Money doesn't matter in that situation. I don't want to be in one consciousness or unified with ignorant blacks to the point where every single day I am constantly fighting this toxic energy with black people who have become, if you notice, black ignorance has become very parasitic. It has become parasitic to the point where it has taken on its own collective consciousness, aka egregore, on its own. And I'm sorry, as a black person that, like I said, I've spoken about this. I've spoken about how my father had a drug addiction. My father had a drug addiction. My father held on to a job. During that entire drug addiction, my father got off of drugs. So I'm very familiar with the struggles, not just black people can have, all people. I'm very familiar with that, but I was raised in a household to strive for excellence, to present myself as, I don't want to say classy, because I'm a very real and very honest person, but I was raised to be presentable publicly, and also other things. Just, I was raised well cultured. Okay. It's not just in social media. I believe that it is definitely happening in real life. I think that if it did start in social media, it's always going to try to creep its way into your life. so that it can tear you down, so that it can slow you down, so that it can ruin your life. There are some Black people who they feel like just being Black screws you over. Like just being Black, that's it. All you got to do is be Black. And that's not the way that I was raised. In fact, it wasn't just living in the South for almost 10 years that was culture shock. It was also coming to social media and being pursued by this incredibly ignorant Black consciousness that I want nothing to do with. I don't want to date it. I don't want to talk to it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. But unfortunately, with so much racism that's going on, um, even that Black ignorance is being exploited, right? And so there's also the past 10 to 20 years, it's been this battle of the African diaspora. See, we don't really have anything to do with that, whatever it is that they're going through. Because I can promise you that when I made a plan for my life, it never involved battling with ignorance on a daily basis. You know why? Because I've never committed crimes. I've never prostituted. I've never been involved in sex trafficking. I've never sold or taken drugs. I've never stole from anybody a day in my life. I've never robbed anybody. I've never been for the streets. I have always been the type of person that was very sheltered and very secure and stable, not unstable, a prostitute, ignorant. No, I've never been that way. And I would never want to hang around with anybody that is like that. So if you guys are having that issue, you may want to go ahead and get your name put on the list, especially if you are, because there's a lot of people that joined my full moon and new moon group and they didn't do it through Patreon, because you don't have to do it through Patreon. I think that you should. Makes it easier for me to get you guys videos and readings and things of that nature. However, a lot of my Black clients are so traumatized by Black ignorance that they don't want to be in any goddamn groups. They like, oh God, no groups. They don't want to be in no groups because they don't know who's in the group. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? And it's been traumatizing groups. Okay. And it's been because of the Black ignorance as well as the infiltration of racism. Okay. That has been going on. And the obvious agendas, okay, to tear down Black women, tear down Black children, try to tear down Black owned businesses. Okay. Predicated upon by ignorant Blacks who, again, like I stated, they can't even know where you work. They can't even know where you live because they acting a fool. I can promise y'all that for the past, when I dealt with that, it was actually forced by a white racist friend who I thought was a friend who actually wasn't a friend. She knew exactly where all of the ignorant Black folk were, AKA the coons and buffoons. So, however, I still was able to grow my business and make a name for myself within that time, which meant that I was able to lay down a foundation for myself. However, there's been a lot that's went on This is a conversation for Black people only. I'm sure whites are going to look at this, and that's fine. It's kind of none of your business because over here, those things do not affect me. Okay. If I ever felt that racism was affecting me or like a white racist was affecting me, I would go to my ancestors and I would do my spiritual work to make sure that it doesn't affect me. However, whether or not it's involving racism or just some ignorant Black that literally will rob you. These people, some of them are out in social media looking up people's addresses because they're casing out your houses already. Then also, it's the consciousness that they're in. It's the consciousness that they're in. It's the constant negativity. It's the constant ignorance and embarrassment and disgrace. So, if you guys want to get away from that, you are more than welcome to contact me and say, yes, this is what I need, including but not limited to if you are dealing with an ignorant male. Only an ignorant male, only an ignorant man would try to hold you back in life. Only an ignorant man would do that. This is a lot of men out here, especially Black men, that are trying to impede upon Black women. And please believe that it is a soft kill. It is death magic that they are using. They murdered, and I believe solely that they had something to do with that vlogger, Sansa Ray Smith, dying. I believe that the sister did not have spiritual protection. And I believe that those Black men threw a lot of negativity at her. And I believe that they were able to take her out. That woman was only in her, like, what, late 30s? She died of a heart attack. That didn't even make no sense. And she was being harassed and pursued in social media constantly by Black men who were ignorant. So they have an intention. Whether or not that intention is being predicated upon or solidified by possibly a racist, they have an intention to destroy you. They have an intention to ruin your chances and opportunities. I'm just going to say this, there is nothing wrong with having a social media platform as well as earning passive or residual income. See, these types of Black people don't get that. In fact, they kind of talk about YouTube as if it's just, a social website. They're not even knowing that. Did you know that people are on YouTube because they're either one, earning an AdSense, they want views to earn an AdSense, they want to do paid promotions, they may be selling products, they may be selling a service, not prostitution, okay? They may be selling a service and they're just here like, oh, YouTube, because they ignorant. Don't nobody want nothing to do with that. You just want somebody to talk to. A lot of those Black people just want somebody to talk to. And they have tried to uproot and uprail and cause upheaval in people's lives, right? Just because they don't know what to talk about. They don't know how to have appropriate conversation that is not awkward. They're social lepers and don't nobody want nothing to do with them. And you don't want anything to do with them consciously. Okay, you don't want to be in their consciousness. Okay, especially if you, not just those of you that want social media careers, but any type of career, even if you're an entrepreneur that is selling insurance. I agree with Charles Barkley. If y'all want to know his stance on Blacks, sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't want to be unified. And if you notice, a lot of them, they'll come on here, they'll come on the internet, and they will do some of the most ignorant, most garbagey stuff. And they every now and then they'll mention Black unity. Notice that they'll mention Black unity. There's why there's no unity in the Black community. You know what? Everything that you listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If it's a Black person that wants to make change in their life and they want good for their life, then hey, I'm all for it. But for you to be consistently doing ignorant things and just being a disgusting vagabond, though, obviously your early start did not teach you well. And many of us came and I've even had my mother disrespected on here. And my mother was extremely successful, and so was my grandmother, and so was my father, and so was my grandfather. Why do they assume no? So that lets you know that social media has exposed us to people that we can't trust, to people that have a difference in their behavior and the way that they do things. And the main thing that I can tell you is that, and this is literally what I can't stand, because a lot of the things that they do, they think that they're doing it for survival, but they're actually not. They want to convince people that they're just trying to do what they got to do. But in reality, none of those things are necessary. Those things are causing them high blood pressure. Those things are causing them all sorts of issues. And then let's face it, a lot of the people that we see in social media are actually misogynists. Okay, a lot of these male voices, and a lot of people will look at Black women as like we they mamas, and it's like, no, I would never raise something that would speak that way or behave that way. I would never raise something that would do that. You got to think about what I'm talking about very deeply, especially when it's people that are not your family. That's unfamiliar. You don't know those people. And they're out in social media trying to create, addicted to and trying to stay latched on to a parasocial thing. Parasocial is people in social media. And believe it or not, there are a lot of them that are not saying nothing. They're doing it in the background, trying to form cords to you, trying to attach themselves to you, reading books on how to do so. Okay. Reading books, taking pointers, getting advice on how they can connect to you energetically, connect to your ancestors, connect to your family jewels, connect to you. And see, what I've noticed is that they are successful sometimes in doing that. They don't get much. But what I've noticed is that it shifted. If y'all notice, it shifted. It shifted now to let me sabotage you. You can tell by their energy. It's they already know they can't take anything from you, right? But now they're going in for the sabotage. So I think that this is a not just a mundane thing, but it is very spiritual in a sense, to where you got people that want to survive, but their survival is at your uh what's the word that I'm looking for, is at your expense. And they do feel that you have to be somewhat compromised so that they can survive. So that means that you have a totally different consciousness than they do, because surviving for you was actually very easy. They had struggle. Next thing you know, things that came to you very easily, all of a sudden you feeling like, well, what in the world? What happened? And you definitely don't want to date one of them. They're doing spell work. And then some people are even being set up for the wet up. I've noticed that, like, literally for the past couple of days, somebody that's being set up for the wet up, like right now. It's crazy. And it's a woman. So, I mean, the type of black ignorant people I was dealing with is like literally they were trying to drag me down to the point where they were throwing dirt at my name. Luckily, I was able to get a job, luckily, because jobs actually the past several years, they've been doing social media checks on people. So I ran into the type of ignorant black people that knew that I could get a job, knew that I am Miss It, and decided that they wanted to try to ruin my reputation. So this is the reason why there are companies out there that you have to go and pay, or either an attorney can actually help you with your online reputation because of that. Luckily, I was able to get a job that I'll be starting very soon so that I can continue to pursue my business as well as support my family, as well as support myself. Yeah, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm the type of person where I'd rather be dead than ever have to compromise myself or my integrity. Um, Even though, like I said, my significant other, I have a man that will literally take care of me if I needed him to. But you know what? It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about the pursuit of happiness. It is about creativity. It's not about, oh, I don't want to work, or no, your job is about your creativity. And for example, my vision and what I can see me doing very soon is making my essential oils fresh that I want to make, having my little botanica, growing plants, making my candles, doing the things that I enjoy doing and making money at it, which what I enjoy doing is magic. I enjoy healing. This is what I was born to do. Now, we all know that there's going to be a struggle of people saying, well, I don't really think that that's right for you to do that. But in reality, nobody's supposed to judge. Okay. Even according to Christianity. So that is up to that God if that God is going to judge me. And I don't think that that God does judge me. So they have done a lot of meditations, hymns, psalms, songs. Some of them come from different backgrounds. You just never know. What we're doing is not only reversing, abolishing, but then also blocking them out. They don't have to be blotted out from the earth. They ain't got to die. They just got to get the heck away from us, because we don't want to be in the consciousness of that. I don't want And I've never done this. Like literally, guys, like I always work my jobs. I miss my van. I'm getting a van very soon again because I've got a large family and I like vans. Okay. Uh, and I just, grocery store, library, going to the little witchy shops and, just kind of doing my thing, taking my children to worlds of fun, taking them to the park, doing my thing without any ignorance or thought. And, this is the reason why I got a new appreciation for my parents. They protected me. And so, literally, all of those things were happening. My life was stable. I had a stable job and business, and working my way up to where I wanted to be with my goals. And it wasn't like a earwig or something, or like far off in the distance of my mind, some damn ignorance that I don't even want to think about. I don't want to think about you. They want you to think they want you to think about them. They're trying to tie themselves to you. That's a fact. I'm gonna tell you something. There are some males in this world that they wouldn't even get a hello from me. There are some females in this world where I'll be like, ooh, let me stay away from that person. Yeah. And it's for my reasons. I have my reasons. So we are going to be given guidance on this. You know, basically, we are waning. The moon is waning right now. And so it's really good. We're at 68.6% in Aries on August the 4th, right now at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So whenever you want to minimize or shut something down or get rid of it altogether, because you have every right to say, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. No, I don't want anything to do with that. Well, keep talking. Keep talking. I still don't have anything to do with that. It's really good to start that work at the full moon, because as the moon wanes is when the action is happening. And then that way at the new moon, which our new moon is going to be coming up. Let me look this up. On August the 12th. Okay, which is a great little time frame for us to do the work, because I can promise you that it's an agenda. And I do think that it ties into the current racist agenda as well. I really do. Especially when it comes to those of you that certain people, this includes Black and white people that want to destiny swap with you. This is any race of people that wants to destiny swap and steal from you. Okay. And you can be of any race. I'm not just talking about Black people. I have white clients where they're dealing with destiny swapping. I have white clients that are white women with exes who are Black men, exes who are white men. Okay, so, but what I am saying is basically this is a conversation that Black people need to have, and you need to stop blaming it on racism. If you give racism power over you, then it is going to always hold you back. And the thing of it is that the ignorant Blacks are either Black people that don't know how to get out of their situation. If they see a Black person succeeding, what do? They want to tear you down and sabotage you. This is a fact. This is a fact. If you go outside of that box, Black people are gunning for you. And they've killed each other before. They're killing each other every day in the news. Even though it's a lot of the rappers, which we care about them too. But look at what they did to Tupac. Tupac was trying to uplift Black people. And what did they do? They murdered him. Any Black person that, especially if you're a Black person that builds a company from the ground up, oh no. Oh no. If they see you doing good, they can no longer use white supremacy and racism as an excuse. They don't want it to be seen as possible. Now, one thing that I can tell you about reparations, I don't want no damn reparations for me personally. I'll let y'all have it. If y'all want reparations, go get it. I can create and manifest my own. I'm not trying to stop Black people from getting reparations, but Black people have been asking for reparations for 500 to 600 years, sitting around saying, well, if I can't get reparations, I ain't going to do nothing. I don't agree with that. And I am living and breathing proof of that. They tried to deny the fact that I was making six figures. They tried to deny the fact that my business is successful. They tried to deny it because if they had to admit it, then they would have to admit to their wrongdoings and they no longer have any more excuses. When in reality, we all know that voodoo, hoodoo, and witchcraft is literally what freed Blacks from slavery. So ignorant Blacks are replicating slavery again. This is the reason why people should not entertain them. And the reason why is because we are in a precarious position in this country. And if they ever bring racism back, y'all, I'm going to make sure that me and my people and my group got enough money to go, you know what? I'm out. Let me get up out of here. Let's find somewhere to go. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going somewhere. We're going to leave the United States of America because I don't want to be here when if they ever bring back slavery. I don't want to be here. There's nothing romanticized about slavery for me. I'm not a Black man that wants to get free sex from a white woman. I'm a woman that has a job and a life purpose. I have a job to do as a spiritualist, as a healer. I have dreams and aspirations and things that I want to do. And I will do them. And I will help you guys do what you do. If you guys need proof, I can ask for my financial records directly from PayPal. I'm not going to show you my clients' names. That's confidential. But I can definitely show you the numbers that they did not want me to have. And they sat around and threw their lives away. Black people flagging my channel so that they could tear me down and sabotage me. You know why? Because they have to today sit around and make. Well, why was I able to do it then? I know I'm lucky. My name is Lucky. Can't nobody take that from me. But you know what? This is something that I was offering. And the reason why it kickstarted in the first place to where they were hating me was because I was literally just trying to inspire the Black community. Guess what they did? They tried to kill me, just like they did Tupac. Black people, ignorant Black people, ignorant. I'm not talking about all Black people. Ignorant Black people want to kill and tear down any Black person that is successful. If ignorant Black men, they want to reduce and subjugate a Black woman and turn her into a whore. A broke whore at that. And they don't have the power to do that. They would like to have the power to do that, but they don't. And so what we're doing, it's not just about cord cutting from one man. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of y'all that are dealing with, let me tell you what I noticed. This is something that I noticed, y'all. Okay. This is the reason why we had to get that work done, baby. This is the reason why we got it on deck. Behind every black male that a black woman is like, oh my God, this person does not want me to succeed. This person is hating on me. This person is like, you know, he's got at least 10 or more black men behind him in the same consciousness fighting you. 10 or more. The ones in social media, they may have hundreds or thousands of men. In fact, hell, they may do another million man march. It's not going to be about what it was before. It's going to be about destroying and subjugating women. And for some reason, misogyny is very heavy in certain realities. This is what now I'm starting to get into shamanism. A lot of you guys stay stuck on those types of men. Why? Why? Your man should be saying to you, babe, they can't stop you. You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm here for you. I support you. He should not be calling you a hoe. He should not be calling you a bitch. He should not. It kind of, y'all remember that movie Never Die Alone with DMX? And y'all remember when he went to that girl's house that was on drugs, and you know, he's like knocking the door. He's like, open the door. And y'all got to look at that part. And she's just like, oh my God. And, you know, she's just broken. That's how they want you, but not necessarily on drugs, but that's how they want you. They're disgusting. They're perverted. They're possessed. Would you let a damn possessed zombie? They're zombies. Would you let a possessed zombie bother you? Peep Game. Y'all remember that movie, Scary Movie? Y'all remember that movie was so symbolic. Scary Movie, the parody of Scream. And do y'all remember when they were Brenda and the white girl was running from the skeleton? And Brenda was like, wait a minute, Nancy, why are you running from this skeleton? Would you run from Callista Flockhart? It was just funny. And she was like, wait a minute, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's get her. You know, and I'm not talking about Callista Flockhart or whatever her name is, lover, whoever she is. I am not a racist person, but I don't have to not point out the obvious racism. I don't have to like not point that out. Now, I will tell you that as far as with racism goes, like, I don't think black people can be standing up in front of a white lady and calling her all kind of damn crackers and making derogatory names towards her without expecting for her to say something back. Like, nobody's retarded. Like, black people are not dumb like that. And good black people don't do that. Even if we thought, you know, we don't know who's racist or not. Hell, if white people want to be closeted racist, let them be that. It's their fucking business. Who's sitting around tripping off of that? The point is that it's when it turns into violence or either some other type of egregious act. Okay, is what I'm saying. And yes, I have had racists, non-blacks after me, boldly, because they were standing with black men. Huh. Yeah. Right now, the status quo of black men, especially the ones that date outside their race, is as long as the racism is not happening to them, they don't give a damn about the black woman, and they really don't care about black men either. They really don't, especially if it's a black man that they're jealous of. A lot of black men cried day and night over George Floyd, which I was sad about George Floyd too. But if you notice, a lot of the ignorant blacks cried for George Floyd because George Floyd was he was kind of a criminal. He had a past. Nolan Wells, a lot of the ignorant ones, they act like he don't even exist because he was a young black man, very accomplished. What was he, a football star? They don't care. They only want to play that black card when it comes to them. So, for me, I'm for all people, especially for black people and their advancement. But I'm for all people. I don't believe in, like, when I say black people and their advancement, what I mean is that I don't have a lowered expectation of black people because I have been around and I have communed with way too many successful black people. And I don't like the ignorance, and it feels like death. It feels like cancer. Mm-mm. And we're going to need the defense. We're going to need it. Get at me about that, whether or not you join my Patreon group. Also, another thing, we got to curse them. They need to be cursed. The good ones we protect. Y'all need to go out there, especially a lot of you black women. Y'all need to go out there and find you a good black man. I found me one. Okay. Yes. So, y'all need to know that they're out there. And then a lot of y'all, especially from the younger generation, all y'all know is the internet. And so y'all judge everything based upon the internet. Well, you know what? I've had a little bit of both. And then plus I have a lot of spiritual knowledge. A lot of you guys are being aligned with these random men. And then keep in mind, they do spell work. Black men do spell work. Yes, they do. Men do spell work. Okay. My significant other probably got some kind of spell working on me. I like it though. I'm like, keep doing it. It's not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It's it's pretty intense and refreshing. Okay. And it's very intense. But a lot of them, they're doing all kinds of things to you because they hate you. They really on the down low. They want to unalive themselves. They're very suicidal and depressed. They want to unalive you. They're homicidal. Something wrong with them. Something is really, really wrong there. So we definitely trust and believe that we definitely have been doing the work. Okay. And we've got everything set up. I think I showed you guys this. Hold on a minute. I'll probably have to make a video. Give me a second. Okay, that must be in my other. Okay, I have it saved in this phone. But we have done something so they can't tip your scales and so that you can remain stable. Okay, you don't want to deal with the destabilization, and a lot of times when it's happening, From the beginning, a lot of people don't see it. You'll be blinded to it. Don't let it happen. Okay, there are actually groups and cults and things of that nature that are out there strictly to destabilize the woman. You know why? Because they're sissified. They think that they're going to create success for themselves by destabilizing women. And then also they're contracting your sexual energy out. They are doing all kind of dream spells on you, invasions. I've even seen women mailing people their panties. Don't do that. Don't mail somebody your panties. Don't do that because they can do spell work with that. They're doing all kinds of stuff to get inside of your subconscious. A few years ago, it was terrible because there was women losing their jobs because they had OnlyFans accounts. Of course, a lot of men came out and degraded them for it. And even though I said, why did they do that? You know what? I'm going to tell you why. Because they didn't have enough money to make ends meet. They're not being paid enough because, of course, we still have the issue in this country where sometimes women are being paid less on jobs. I always tell women to become an entrepreneur, start your business, do a side business. I'll help you. It doesn't have to involve sex. Stay away from the sex industry, period. Hey, stay away from that. Okay. Stay away from it. It's not that I have experience at it. It's just that I see things. I see things that other people don't see. And it's not good. Okay. It isn't. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. That's pretty much it. We're doing the full moon altar work right now. They doing all kind of stuff, trying to do sex magic, trying to do semen magic, trying to do urine and feces magic. Bye. No. And we have done it before, but we did it real strong this time. Real strong. Real strong. Okay. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to holler at me about that, you know where to reach me, divineservicesapothecary.com. Going to the Bible is not going to help you if you're a woman. Just FYI. The Bible actually gives those type of men the power to do that. It actually gives them the power. It can be the most ignorant, dumb, low-lifed man, and the Bible gives them power to destroy you. And unless you know the entire Bible and you've read it from front to back, you don't know all the ins and outs. Stick with the divine feminine and stick with the goddess and the divine masculine. Okay. Like I told you guys, we added Medusa again to the fold permanently. I wasn't working with Medusa at first. Full time. I'm working with Medusa full time. Okay. Just FYI, because it was necessary. Okay. All right, guys, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and to schedule a confidential reading and or consultation, visit divineservicesapothecary.com. Okay, and all my other contact information is below in the video description box. Get into it. And then also make sure that y'all ask me about love work to where you come into alignment with the right person, because they're setting y'all up. They're watching you. It's really weird. They're setting you up. They're watching you. They're setting you up with these losers to hurt you. And some of them have even done permanent damage to y'all to the point where you just kind of stay in that little psychosis. Okay. So try to find yourself and contact me so you can get you a real man in your life so you can be happy. You're miserable. Ain't no worse than a miserable woman that's unfulfilled. I ain't never been miserable single. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it was going to come a time and a place where that was supposed to happen. And it just is what it is. But there's a lot of women that you can't clear yourself of, I'm a Cancer, I'm a water sign, so stuff rolls off my back like a duck. There are a lot of people that can't do that. Okay, so you may need a little help. And then plus they're binding you. They're binding you. They're doing bindings on you. Okay, to make sure that you can't move forward without them. And you don't want to be binded to a messed up man. And then a lot of you guys need to undo these menstrual bindings because a lot of you have been intimate with a man while you're on your menses. That's all you have to do is be intimate. You don't have to put it in his spaghetti. You don't have to do none of that. All you have to do is be intimate with him while you're on your menses. And that is so you have to reverse that if you've been with a man while you're on your menses. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a happy sleep and a happy Tuesday. Bye.